Hello everyone, welcome to our Telco Tech video series. And today we're starting a journey where we will show you then how to create a network service. And primarily we want to show you then the advantages of Telecoms Low Code. And I have then Felipe here, our product manager for Telecoms Low Code. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Diego. It's my pleasure to be here.
And today is very exciting. We're starting a three-part video series. Part one, today, we will be showing how to create the data model and the data structure. Following, we will be continuing on how to edit, add, manipulate this data via an API. And finally, last but not least, my favorite part is how to add business logic to the service, which will bring it to a functioning level, right? So why don't we deep dive and you start telling us what is then the first step or how our customers can benefit from creating services with Telecoms Low Code?
A first step would be creating a data structure, which is defining and outlining every piece of information that we need to make the service available.
Right.
And in the Telco Low Code environment, setting it up. It's pretty straightforward. It's an intuitive, visual, and very simple interface to be looking at. And with just a few clicks, you can create these data structures in a few minutes. If you follow me here on the interface, we could go to the models under the menu data of the project. And then we have here a table that was created called MissedCall notification tables. And we have two different sets of data here. The first one is the missed call details, so that CSPs can fetch information on who called and who should be notified of this call. So for this, we're going to need just to assign 4 fields of data here. The first one, which is an integer number, it's a number that identifies the record. It's a unique number, so they don't overlap. The second one is the called number, so the person that was bound to receive the call but somehow couldn't made it.
Right.
The calling number, the calling party that could not complete the call. And the SMSC reference. We're talking about low-code telecoms here, so basically the field that we're going to use to send the SMS to the user by using the telco network. On the second table here, we have the missed call attempts, which is a table that logs all the missed calls from one caller. We have also an ID field to differentiate records. Again, the missed caller fields, which is linked to the previous table through an entity. This is done pretty straightforward on the platform. And a time field, which takes time zone and current hour, minute, second to identify at which time the call was created. Right. So then now we have our data structures ready and we can use them to start building our missed call notification services.
Okay, so if I'm creating such a service, so I go to the user interface and I've seen that without any single line of code, we have created all of the entities, the fields, and the relationship then between them. That I would be understanding this is the big plus in the Telecoms Low Code sense. So how someone having the idea of the product then can bring it and start creating it, right?
Yeah. It saves lots of time, it is intuitive, and it helps people who less fluency than expert developers to work and to contribute to telco projects.
Okay, and then for our audience, what's coming next? I mean, what is the next step then in creating such a service?
Well, since we have data structures, now our next steps would be to store this data somewhere. So we need to build a database and, of course, to manipulate this data by reading, by updating, by creating, or by deleting it. So then we'll be creating an API to do this job.
Perfect. So I'm looking forward to see how then the API is then created. Until we show you that in our next video, we invite you to read more information about the graphical user interface of the Telecoms Low Code. You can find in our ebook, in our website, that you will find the link in the video. So I think that's it. Excited then for part 2, and thanks for being here.
Thank you, Diego.
And thanks for you, and see you next time.